right, so here we are. We're going to talk about who's running for president in 2020. This is from the New York Times, so I don't know if you can trust them, but yeah. So we got Mr. Bennet here. Let's check him out.
He's a Democrat.
All right, so Michael Bennet is 54.
Looks like an overused sock.
He looks like an overused sock. He's from Colorado. He says, "We cannot be the first generation to leave less for our kids, not more. That's why I'm running for president. Let's build opportunity for every American and restore integrity to our government."
He sounds like a communist.
All right, so he says we can't be the first generation to leave less for our kids. They've already done that.
Boomer.
We're screwed.
Okay,
So,
boomer.
okay, boomer. He's a moderate Democrat known for seeking... I don't like this. I'm just going to go to Wikipedia. It's better.
His paragraph sounded like it was written by a middle schooler trying to write an inspirational paragraph.
Freaking New York Times. At least it wasn't CNN. Communist News Network.
Michael Ferrand Bennet. Wow. He was born in 1964. He's a businessman, lawyer, and politician serving as a senior United States Senator from Colorado since 2009. Democrat. That says Anschutz, but it looks like Auschwitz, so he's probably a Nazi.
So he's a businessman.
Apparently.
Wow.
I mean, our current president's a businessman, and I mean, he's doing pretty great, isn't he, guys?
Yeah.
Businessman.
Okay, I mean, in all seriousness, Donald Trump has done good things.
It's just
He
his
just
personality.
talks like a freaking third grader.
And
Like,
he's
we're gonna
got
start a civil war if I get impeached.
Yeah, that wasn't a good idea, Donnie.
Okay? The trickle-down economics doesn't work.
We know this.
Reagan tested it.
All right, so
But
his
people still
Mr.
believe
Michael Bennett's political positions,
it's like Jesus.
according to Wikipedia, are: in March 2019, Bennett was one of 38 senators to sign a letter to United States Secretary of Agriculture Sonny Perdue, warning that dairy farmers have continued to face market instability and are struggling to survive the fourth year of sustained low prices, and urging his department to strongly encourage these farmers to consider the dairy margin coverage program. So he's saying something about
boomer.
dairy farmers.
Milk communism?
Milk communism. Sounds pretty awful to me. As of 2010, Bennett had earned a C+ rating from NRA for a mixed record regarding his votes for gun rights.
C's got degrees.
Ooh.
C's got degrees.
A C+ from the NRA sounds better than the D.
So he's asking for stricter gun control, which that's just absolutely terrible. We need to
No.
just give guns to everyone.
Yeah, once you're born, you get a Glock.
More or less, yeah.
The strongest survive.
Darwinism. It's not social Darwinism, it's actual Darwinism.
We're just helping the natural process along by giving everyone a gun.
So he wants gun control to be stricter, but he also says that we should have the right to bear arms so that we can hunt and protect our families and homes.
So I think
Fair enough.
he wants guns, he just doesn't want everyone to have a freaking bazooka.
I don't see the problem with bazookas. I mean, it's only one shot at a time.
He wants everyone to have a black powder musket.
He demanded that gun laws should be changed in the wake of the Orlando nightclub shooting. Okay, so after the 2012 Aurora shooting, I don't actually know about this one, but yeah, he said that the state of Colorado closed gun sale loopholes and now requires background checks for any gun purchase. That makes sense. He demanded universal background checks regarding gun sales and described the shooting in 2017 at Las Vegas to be domestic terrorism, which, sure. He wants to reinstate he voted against a bill to reinstate the federal assault weapons ban, which, I mean, the federal assault weapons ban seemed pretty good. I mean, he owns a shotgun, which he has called a hunting shotgun. Shotguns are pretty cool, guys. What you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can shoot things with them.
All right, so the gay issues. He supports same-sex marriage.
Okay.
So he's gay. That's
He
fine.
says that
Hey,
marriage is a
now.
marriage is a fundamental right that same-sex couples deserve to enjoy. He's the author of legislation to direct resources to improve sexual health of older Americans, including LGBTQ plus and rural senior populations. He's an original co-sponsor of the Equality Act. I mean, sure, I don't care if gay people get married or not. Okay, so healthcare. He called it next to impossible to fix the Affordable Care Act, given partisan attitudes at the time. Let's see, that was in 2016. So he thinks the Affordable Care Act is bad or can't be fixed. Yeah. He and Senator Tim Kaine have proposed Medicare X, which would create a public option modeled after Medicare alongside private options on the Obamacare marketplaces.
I think with insurance and stuff like that, they should make it a capitalist thing where people can make money off of insurance. They just need to give people living wages so they can pay for said insurance.
That's fair. All right, so he thinks that healthcare is pretty cool, so that's okay. Immigration. Ooh, that's important.
Oh,
let's get rid of those darn illegals. Or he was a member of the Gang of Eight, which was a bipartisan group of Democrats and Republicans.
The Gang of Eight?
Who introduced
that name?
That's very sus.
an immigration reform legislation. It stalled in the House after being passed by the Senate because Republicans said no. He co-sponsored the DREAM Act of 2017 after President Trump ended the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program. Bennet worked with a bipartisan group of senators to provide a pathway to citizenship for Dreamers with stronger border protections. So he wants to have, like, better borders, but also let people become U.S. citizens easier.
Yeah,
make it not as bad a process.
Which
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Our current citizenship process.
It would
How long
be
does it
good
take?
if it didn't break.
It's like at least 7 years, I think.
So I think you have to do the process, and then you have to wait 7 years, and then you have to do another process.
Sounds about right.
I think work visas is a good thing.
Work visas are a good thing.
And
well,
we should
kind of.
do more of them.
So one of the problems that a lot of people have with people working in the United States but living outside of the United States is money will be taken from the United States economy into whatever country they live in's economy.
It circulates in the world economy.
Yes, but
it
it's
helps the world
Globalization bad.
more.
Globalization bad.
the only
And
place
you
that
know,
matters
to
is
fix
this
that,
single
America
town.
should just take over Mexico's.
Yeah, let's
We
just
should take over Mexico.
let's take over Mexico and Canada and Greenland and all of South America and also everything else. Let's take over everything, and then we won't have to worry about immigration at all. In 2009, Bennet co-sponsored the Solar Manufacturing Jobs Creation Act, legislation that would have provided a tax credit to solar manufacturing in the U.S. That's pretty cool. Give more money to the solar boys. It was not enacted, though, so oof.
So, let's also talk about something. Solar panels and stuff. You know what Obama did towards the end of his stuff?
No.
He did all of the solar panels stuff, right? And then a bunch of his buddies went and made companies for solar panels so they could get a bunch of money. And then they did bankruptcy with those companies, and then they just kind of pocketed all of that
Dude.
money.
That's a pro gamer move.
That's the hustle, dude.
Also, my grandpa told me that story, so I'm not sure how true that is. He's
Grandpas are
kinda
always
senile.
right. Alright, so environment. Hashtag team trees, am I right, fellas?
Elon Musk, history teacher, homie, is right. It's not politics, it's economics.
Yeah.
But like, I want to get an education. So
yeah.
can we tax the oil, please?
Let's tax the oil. Let's tax everyone. Wait, we already do, except for the rich. Let's tax the rich too.
Yeah.
We need to bring back the taxing the rich before
Yeah. Let's also tax Amazon,
Reagan
please.
came in and Nixon
Yeah.
and stuff.
I mean, like, I'm not saying we should tax the rich insanely high percentages. I'm not saying we shouldn't,
Like the
but
same
we should at
percentage
least
we
tax
had
the rich.
before.
Especially billionaires. Like,
We shouldn't
Those
give them
rich.
more tax breaks than we give poor people.
Yeah, because like if you're rich enough, you just put your money somewhere else. Then you don't technically have all this money.
Or like the CEOs, their pay, so they can get past income tax, is actually $1 an hour, and everything else is in stocks.
Big oof. I'm reading Wikipedia now, and either I'm just too tired or it's a bad article because it's not really telling me what he thinks about the environment.
Or you have 2 brain cells.
I probably only have 2 brain cells, maybe not even that many.
I have 1.5.
So let's just skip to his foreign policy.
Ooh, this is kind of important. What's he want to do with China?
What does he want to do with Israel?
Israel and China.
Should we get rid of it?
I think I saw an article on it where he's like against whatever's happening with Israel.
In November 2018, Bennett joined Senators Chris Coons, Elizabeth Warren, and a bipartisan group of lawmakers in sending the Trump administration a letter raising concerns about the People's Republic of China undue influence on media outlets and academic institutions in the United States. So he's talking about how China is taking over the media, which, I mean, they are.
Yeah. China's the future, okay? They got a good thing going with their economy.
Man, sure love what's happening in Hong Kong, right?
Jeez. It's got a capitalist economy, but a communist social network.
Ooh, cannabis.
Cannabis. Weed.
Oh wait, I just saw a beautiful flag. Oh, there we go, China. It's so good. China's got a pretty good flag.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah. All right, so cannabis. Bennett has co-sponsored the bipartisan States Act proposed in the 115th U.S. Congress by Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren and fellow Colorado Senator Cory Gardner that would exempt individuals or corporations in compliance with state cannabis laws from federal enforcement of the Controlled Substances Act. In 2018, Bennett criticized the Trump administration for attempting to cherry-pick data to misinform the public on marijuana use. In response, the White House's Office of National Drug Control Policy committed to be completely objective and dispassionate in its analysis of marijuana.
So, marijuana, like most drugs, should be monitored by the state, not the federal government.
weed.
Hit me up with some of that happy lizard.
We
the
just
merry
need to
iguana.
Take a crapload of power from the federal government and give it back to the states, like education and insurance and drugs.
Weed.
Or we could, so regionalism is a big thing in the United States because we have separate states.
Yeah.
So regionalism isn't necessarily good. It's pitting people in the same country against each other. So we could just get rid of states, and then the federal government have all the power, and then the federal government could decide if we smoke the weed, which they would probably say no at the moment because it's federally illegal.
Yeah.
Even though almost all, I don't even know how many states, but quite a few states are saying, yeah, let's smoke that marijuana.
Let's do medical marijuana, because Oklahoma.
All right, so we're in Oklahoma right now, right?
Yeah.
Medical marijuana.
Stop.
Medical marijuana is legal in Oklahoma, but it's not really medical marijuana. They're just they're calling it medical marijuana so that people would vote for it.
Yeah, all you need is $50 and a doctor, and you got your medical marijuana card.
There you go. It's really easy to get it.
$20 depending on the doctor.
All right, so there's him. That's Bennett for America. So what you think about that guy? He actually doesn't seem too bad. I mean, obviously, I'm going to vote for Winnie the Pooh, but yeah. Okay, so I'm coming to you literally months after that last recording, and just I was originally going to condense all of the presidential candidates into one video, but it's way too much, so I'm just going to split it up. So we're going to end this video here, and Michael Bennett's going to be episode 1 of presidential candidates. I'm not even sure if he's running or not anymore, but yeah, there he is. Bye.